guys, what's up? So this is another Easter video. This is gonna be a part 2 of my original video because that one was really long. I'm gonna be testing out these products here and see if these products fell or not. Got these, this, and this already has the little containers for the dye and everything. Got this, these crayons. There is 18 eggs here, extra large of course, because we love those big eggs. But before we actually get into this, if you're doing this and you're like really young, make sure you have a parent help you. Make sure you prep your workspace. I have put garbage bags out so that if anything spills, it doesn't make a mess. I covered the whole table, and then on top of that, I put 2 extra bags here so they overlap at different spots on where the other ones underneath overlap, just in case if it spilled and went underneath. That way it's just that extra protection, because as you see here, the overlap isn't even like right underneath it. It's a little bit different spot, so it's just a little bit added protection. This thing here I think is going to be a fail, but we'll get into that in a little bit for that, but I won't know until I try. But before we even get started with doing the eggs and coloring them, dyeing them, doing all this cool stuff, if they're cool or not, we're gonna hard boil these eggs, and I'm gonna show you how to make perfect hard boiled eggs for Easter. And I mean perfect. They are not gonna be overdone or anything. You'll know if they're overdone or not. You look inside the yolk. If it's brown, that means that you've overcooked them. Also, I'm gonna be showing you some other ingredients that you can add to your eggs while you're boiling them so that it makes it a lot easier to peel. So let's go ahead and go into the kitchen and get started.
Before handling any food items, you should always wash your hands. The items you will need to make your perfect hard-boiled eggs is eggs, of course, 1 tablespoon, make sure it's tablespoon, not teaspoon, 1/4 cup, 1 cup, salt, distilled white vinegar, and a pot. Now, add 6 cups of water to the pot. If you have a big pot like I do and you need to add more water, just double your recipe and add 6 more cups of water to the pot. Then you need 1 tablespoon of salt, but if you doubled your recipe like I did, add 2 tablespoons of salt to the pot. Next, add 1/4 cup of distilled white vinegar. Remember, if you doubled your recipe like I did, add 2/4 cup of distilled white vinegar to the pot. I recommend a giant spoon to get your eggs in and out of the water once the water has boiled. You can also use this spoon to stir the salt and vinegar. Then you want to take your pot and set it on the stove. Set your temperature to high and bring to a boil. As it's heating, use your giant spoon to stir every so often to dissolve the rest of the salt. Once the water is boiling, you can now add the eggs to the pot. Once you've added all the eggs to the pot, you can bring the temperature down to a low boil. Now, set your timer for 14 minutes and let your eggs sit in the low boiling water. Once the 14 minutes is up, you want to take your pot over to the sink and run it in cold water. The colder the better. That way your eggs can cool. Once you got it as cold as you can get, set timer for 15 minutes. Once the timer is over with, start putting your eggs back into the carton. Use dry paper towels to dry off your eggs as you're putting them in the carton. Now that you've added your eggs to the carton, go ahead and put your carton in the fridge. You need to set one more timer for 1 hour to allow at least 1 hour of cooling your eggs before enjoying. Once the hour is up, you can then enjoy your perfect hard-boiled eggs.
Alright, now we have our 15 eggs here. There was 18, but 3 of them were broken. And I'm just going to show you before we actually get into this, one of these eggs. Okay, now that we got that peeled off, take our knife here, and no, this is not a 1,000-degree knife. Maybe I should do that, but then it would probably burn the inside, and then you won't get to see how perfect these eggs are. So let's go ahead and cut this. And as you see here, perfect eggs every time. And I'm gonna do these. I was looking for one of these. You guys seen these? That's why I have these crayons. But these ones, you just write it in clear on an egg, and then when you dye it into the different colors, the wax, it won't penetrate color on that part, and then it actually shows your like image or whatever you drew. You can even do a hidden message or something. And here's the little dye tablets. Oh, it even comes with a little stick here. And there's only one. Surely there's gonna be like multiple people dyeing eggs. For me, it's fine. But this is kind of dumb that there is only just the one. So if you guys have never done this, the longer you leave it in, the darker it's gonna get. But I mean, eventually it's gonna get to a certain point where I guess it's not gonna get any darker. So let's go ahead and put it in the blue. And you can also like hold it and do it so that it gets like half of the egg or something. But I'm just gonna go ahead and color on this first. So what this does is, like I said, you won't really see it. It's just gonna repel all the liquid where I drew on there. Set it in there nice and slow so that you don't break it. You can also use like these other colors too. I guess the red would show up better on like a yellow or something. Let's do actually blue, that would be cool. I'm gonna grab another egg here. This one I'll be able to actually see. I'm just gonna do some crazy lines here. Not really going on that well though. Okay, now that we got that on there, I'm gonna go ahead and stick that one in here. And without just looking like a nice yellow. While those are going, because I want them to be nice and dark, I'm gonna show you these. These are do-it-yourself Easter eggs. Now, get this. This is crazy. They're not even real eggs. This is like for lazy people that don't want to make hard-boiled eggs. Who doesn't want to make hard-boiled eggs? It doesn't take that long. And you get a tasty treat after you've done it. What does this say? This was $1.98. Does it say for like what age range or anything? 100% recyclable Easter eggs. Bright color, non-toxic. No cooking required. Let's see. Not for children under 3 years old. So I guess 3 and up then? This is weird. Liquid dye. And then there's some bags. How does it show that you do it? It shows them like just rolling them around in like these plastic bags. And I don't think you put the whole dye in there. This is stupid. There's no perforated edge. So like how the heck are you supposed to get all that in there and tear it like without using scissors? This is gonna get like all over the place. See, I just think this is a lot more messier already. But you can't even open these up, so like what's the point in these? You can't even put anything inside these. Just for looks? That's kinda dumb. I do all this work and then I don't even get to eat them after? Wow. This isn't looking good for this one. A few drops. Oh. And I just totally missed. Totally missed. I need... Ooh. This is getting all over. Okay, I do not like this. This is super messy. Alright. See, now when you take it out, it's gonna be, they don't even have like a little tool or the wire or anything to stick these in. And I got yellow on this other egg. Okay, we'll go ahead and stick that in there. Look at my hands. This is ridiculous. Let me try this pink one though. Oh, see, and I still spilled on the table because a little bit, you know, dripped out as I was tipping it back up. And moving it. Actually, the dust doesn't really work completely well. So there is another egg done. And why is there yellow? What happened with the yellow in there? Okay, so we got a blue in here. Okay. And then we got this green one. Let's do the green. Not very many colors to choose from. And see, these get all blotchy and stuff. See, like this? See, there's spots that aren't even, and look, it's all running down the bottom. And when you put them in here, see, look, it just got blue on there. So, not very good in here. Okay, so I don't think these are a good option at all. Like, look at this. And I'm not purposely trying to make myself get my hands all messy and everything. I don't know how these would work with the crayons. It would still probably work, but I'm gonna go ahead and try this. Since these aren't real eggs, I'm going to just stick one of these in here. Oh, but I don't think that's gonna work because they're hollow and they're not gonna sink. So I would have to push it down in there. So you really couldn't really even do this. So it kind of, not really. You see, it's not even really doing much of anything. These are fell. Let's check on this here. Ooh, that's looking a nice color. Look at that. What about this yellow one? That's looking good too. Ooh, don't want to break it. Let's go ahead and put some other ones in these. Let's just put one in the pink. I'll put one in there. And one in here. We're gonna do this next. This was $2.49 shimmer. These don't make them shine. It's the actual paint here. So we got more of these paints, but at least they've got a spot here so you can pour some in. So it's not as messy. Let's go ahead and check out our green one here. It's kind of going more yellow than green, but we're gonna take that one out. Let's do the orange. That's looking kind of nice too. Okay, so let's grab one of these. See, and it comes with two of these, but only one of these things again. That's kind of weird. So let's do the blue. Okay, so we got that done. I would highly recommend gloves for this. I do not have gloves. Does it look like these? It does not look like this. It's a little bit shiny, but on here it's a lot more shinier than what you see on here. So it is not even like that. I don't even think they used this for these eggs. And there we have that one. Here we have the pink one. What I think about these, it's kind of a cool idea, but it just doesn't look like the picture. And they don't look that much shinier. Honestly, for me, I probably wouldn't do my eggs like that. I would just rather have them in the actual color than repainting them again. I'm not sure what these are. The deluxe has stickers, 6 egg rounds, 1 magic crayon, 1 egg dipper, and 1 drying tray. You got the stickers here, and it's a little weird. I know it's Easter and everything, but they shouldn't, I don't think, have crosses on the stickers for the eggs. That's kind of weird, because maybe some people just like to celebrate Easter and aren't religious. We're gonna go ahead and put these crosses on here. I'm just gonna make this a a religious egg. Oh, and that one doesn't stick. So if it gets wet, they're not gonna stick. Let's go ahead and put these on here. That one's not really even sticking either, and it's not even wet. What is going on here? They're not sticking. I guess because the egg is too porous. It's like rough, it's not smooth. It ends up just peeling off onto my finger. These stickers suck. These stickers are coming out to be a fail. These are the only things I used out of here. I will say though, the Shrinky Dinks are amazing. Those work really good. That one, I don't know. It's pretty much the same. How much was the other one? This was $2.99 and the other one was $2.99. But you got more stuff in this. I guess because they're giving you the containers, which you could just use your own. I don't think it's worth getting the extra things. If you can find some online that just have Shrinky Dinks, I would recommend that. It's basically, do you want the cups or do you not want the cups and use your own? I'm gonna have to say this deluxe one isn't very good either because mainly all I wanted to use is the stickers. I think this one's a fail. So let's see what these neon ones are. Oh, these come with glitter. See, I thought you could like color on these neon. These are just basically Shrinky Dinks. These were $2.49. So you're basically paying $2.49 for essentially this. That's it. I don't think that's worth $2.49. Although I do love these. I'm gonna have to say that these are a fail. Start with the dry color, snip off the glue pen. Place 1 drop of glue on the egg. Use your fingertip. Okay. Rub it around the egg. I feel like this isn't really glue. I don't know what this is. So then what you do is you take this and you go. Well, this isn't really becoming sticky at all. Yeah, it's not even getting sticky. Maybe just a tiny bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it's this glue. It's just not sticky enough. Even if you have to wait a long time for this to dry, I feel like kids aren't gonna have the patience. It's coming off more on my fingers than it is on this egg. I'm not even gonna do the other ones. This is just too much work. This is not working. This is ridiculous. I think this is a fail. I mean, maybe you guys will have better luck with this. Let me know in the comments below if you guys tried this one and you were able to get it to work. But yeah, basically all of these products I think were a fail. Just stick with the coloring. If you find some other products that you didn't see here, then let me know. I'm going to show you one last thing before this video is over with. What you do is you get a glass here. I guess it would work with a plastic one, but it's just easier to have a see-through one so you kind of know what's going on. And something that's not huge where you can still put your hand over it. Basically you just take a little bit of water. And you don't need to be careful with this, just drop your egg in. Cover your hand over it, make sure that it's pretty good so you're not going to get water everywhere. Okay, now that I've shaken that, okay, now that we did that, check this out. It just peels right off. Thank you guys once again so much, and be sure you guys also subscribe if you already haven't. If you have, thank you so much. Like this video if you love Easter or you love me doing these products and making a mess all over the place. If you haven't checked out my main channel, go ahead and check that out. It's AttractionSpot. I do videos from theme parks, point of views, haunted attractions on there. I also post my behind the scenes footage from the parks on this channel too, kind of as a vlog. So check those out and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yeah!